Hello, this is Carlo, and welcome to another very cool video. This video we're going to be looking or going quite in depth, a detailed topic that I've been wanting to do for quite some time now, and this is going to be just based around animation. Now, obviously, animation is a key part to working with 3D characters, but there are a lot of people out there that like to just create static images using programs like Maya or Cinema 4D. But then obviously there's a lot of people out there that create animated characters for a purpose, which is obviously to animate, to bring to life. Now, animation can be quite complicated because obviously, you sit there for hours and hours or days on end, creating a character, and after you've actually created that character, you think to yourself, what do I want this character to do? What is the purpose of this character? So that's why obviously a lot of films that come out are based on knowing what the character is going to do or how the character is going to perform based on the script or on a script. But when you're sort of making a character from scratch to the final product, and you're just doing it, say for instance, for fun, you get to the point where you've created a character and you think to yourself, well, what is he going to do? How am I going to animate him? Well, animation's just, not a case of, rigging a character up, prepping them all up, and then just moving a couple of arms, letting them walk around, and that's it. Obviously, your animation or your character is only as good as the animation you create for it, because, like this character here, is a minion I created, but he was just for fun. Okay, so I built him just for fun. I never knew or had any purpose for him or what to do to actually animate him. So what you gain is, or what you get, a lot of people creating a character, and the only animation they do with them is actually walk, which is very basic. Making the character walk. So if you want to create a character like this, or any character, the first stages is research on how the actual character walks. That's if you've actually impersonated the character from, say for instance, you obviously know this is a minion from Despicable Me. So if I wanted this minion to sort of walk the way a minion walks, and talks the way it talk, animated to talk the way a minion talks, that takes research, because if it looks slightly different to a way a minion's supposed to act, then the concept of what you created is not right. It just won't work, because you've gone from making a stunning model to creating something which could turn out to be a load of rubbish because he's just not moving correctly. So say for instance, this guy here, I created him, and then I figured to myself, how do I want him to move? How does this actual character move? So obviously, downloaded a little short video, and I watched this video. So I'll just play a little clip for you now.
Despicable Me. Despicable Me.
Okay, so obviously, as you can see, moves quick. They're very stupid. The eyes are always down, like this. The eyes are very low, and I've created the rigging for the eyes because obviously, the eyes are very important for this character, because it's sort of like the main feature. The eyes and the mouth are the main feature for this character. As soon as you look at this character, that's the first thing you notice, is the eyes and the mouth. You don't really pay too much attention to the arms or the feet, because the way the animators have created this character, they want you to draw attention to the main aspects of this character, which is the eyes and the mouth. So obviously these are the main things, or the key things you're going to be looking at animating. So let's just look at a bit more. So as you can see, very static. The eyes don't move very much. The only thing that moves a lot is the actual mouth. and he's just moving up and down. He's just gently bobbing, as you can see. So researching this character was actually quite easy because he actually doesn't do much. So for instance, if I wanted to sort of, you know, add an element of animation to this character, I would be sort of focusing on eyes, sorry, the actual eyes, and the mouth and the bobbing of the actual character. So if I was to highlight all these, let's get rid of my camera for a second. So I'll bring my character's actually moulded onto that. The eyes are actually moulded right. Right, so let me just put this into a scene. Okay, so let me get my camera just orbit like that. Right, so now what I want to do is I'm just going to sort of rig the eyes, which are this my concept for the eyes are just all here. Okay, so let's just move the eyes slightly. Right, they're the eyelids, and obviously the camera, this here, is actually my eyes. So if I move that around like that, my eye's moving. So a heavy deal of the animation for this character is going to be based on the eye movement. So let's just swing him round to about here, and then we're going to just, sorry about that, we're just going to work on the mouth. Okay, so obviously he's looking that way into the camera. Let's get rid of the camera for a second and go to animation. So I'm going to highlight all these. These eyes are stuck, so let's just go to general for a second, and let's just grab all these, and let's create some movement with the mouth. Okay. So that's the head. So what we would do is we've just created some little sort of keyframes here with this camera just by moving the mouth like that. So the arms are moving like that, the eyes are moving sort of up and down, and that's sort of the set keyframes that I wanted it to do, because as you can see the eyes are not moving that much, just enough to sort of blink. So that's the sort of concept that I wanted to sort of get out of that. Now obviously he's moving from left to right, so as you can see the shoulders move here and the shoulders move there, because he's sort of doing, if you want mustard the word, it looks sort of like a little jig. But so obviously I wanted sort of some movements in the arms. So if I go here for instance and I just select a keyframe and move it over just a second, I could sort of turn him around like that and bring him up. And what that will do, hit S on the keyboard, is just move the mouth the way I want it, because obviously this character's all mouth and all eyes. When you're looking at him, you're not really paying attention to sort of like the hand movement, so there's not going to be a lot of hand animation involved in this character from where it is at the moment. So if I sort of select this, oh sorry about that, let's bring him down. Looks like singing an opera there. So let's bring him down and let's just rotate him a bit over so he's like that. When we sort of go to this sort of stage here, I want his mouth to sort of go the other way. So I'm going to highlight this mouth. Let's just click out of that. I'm going to highlight this mouth here, and then I'm just going to make it so that comes down there, and then we're going to bring these three here just down a little bit so the teeth go up, and then we're just going to work on the bottom plate, the mouth like that. So that's basically what I've done, is I've created a catalogue of keyframes there to keep the sort of mouth shut, if that makes sense. So look, we've got the mouth moving here, we know what he's doing, he's sort of moving from left to right, and that's basically what you do. I mean, without research into character animation, obviously the character only looks as good, like I keep stressing, as good as the animation you perform it. So obviously the best way to do, I mean, if you're creating sort of like a lifelike character, the best thing to do is record yourself on your camera, sort of, for instance, telling a joke or singing a song or crying, just act it out in front of, yes, you might, act it out in front of the camera. You may look a complete and utter twat, but at the end of the day, when you play that back and copy the animation you create onto your character, it just gives it an element of realism, and that's basically what you're aiming for within animation. So animation, let's look at it again. Animation is research, researching how you want basically your character to move. What is the purpose of the character? What is he going to do? Is he going to dance? Is he going to sing? Is he going to run? Is he going to jump over things? Each of these various things a character you want your character to do, you have to research. So you follow it step by step, the movement of the eyes, the movement of the mouth, the movement of the body. See this bit here, for instance, as we saw in this video, he sort of goes up and down. So obviously here's his legs there. I'm going to select this one here and just bring the eyebrows up here like that, so he's a bit shocked. And then what we're going to do, let's just look at this purpose here. Just bring down here so it looks like he's frowning. And then what we're going to do is, let's see if we can grab this. Right, so as you can see, he's going up and down. So now, if I drag my keyframe all the way to the beginning and hit the S and then bring it all the way to the end of the animation and just go up and then back down again, and then what I can do is when I go back, what he's doing, as you can see, he's just going up and down. But what I want to do is I want loads of them, so I'm going to go S, I'm going to move it along to say a few frames, I'm going to bring it down again, then I'm going to move on again, I'm going to hit S, I'm going to bring it along again, and then I'm going to bring it up, I hit S again on the keyboard. These are all your keyframes in red, so obviously if you know about Maya, you know how it's working. Bring that over, bring that down again, hit S on the keyboard. So now when we sort of click out of that and we bring our keyframe back, as you can see, sort of going up and down. Obviously it's not going to be a perfect sort of rendition of the animated film, but this is obviously going to take a little, not a lot of keyframes, but I reckon about 50-60 keyframes to get him just going up and down through the whole shot, just so he looks like he's actually singing a song or something like that, and also the eye movements as well. But you can sort of base it around any sort of activity, shall I say, that the actual character is doing. So yeah, I mean, like I say, I hope this has helped in the concept of animation, and that it's going to help you guys just add a little bit of realism to your character, and what this character's purpose is, and what he's actually meant to do. So if I just bring the eyes around to here, bring this out here, so I want to hit a keyframe there, like I say. I'm going to bring this over to say about there, and as he's coming, he's going to bring his eyes straight, and then we're going to add a keyframe. So slowly he will move his eyes. As you can see, if he goes there, he will bring his eyes right back, and he'll focus on the camera. So when this is done, obviously, and it's fully rendered and it's a feature, what I'll do is I'll do another tutorial on animation and show you it actually flowing in full. We are going to look at some different characters during this tutorial phase, or not tutorial, help guide, shall I say, on animation. So it gives you a rough idea on how to animate a character. So thanks for watching, please subscribe, and thanks for your support, guys. It's much appreciated. Thanks a lot. Bye, guys.